So I'll give quite some time for people to start coming in because I didn't say shit about going live like I never do. I feel like my face looks so fucking discolored, but it's not when it's like actually in person. That's very weird. Anyway, do you want to go by your name or you just want to go by Miss J?
We could go Jen.
Okay, Jen.
That sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to let Jen introduce herself and tell you guys what she wants to be exposed, what she doesn't want to be exposed, because each session is customized towards what the client wants and how they want to be portrayed. So give them the rundown while I run around with my head cut off like a little chicken and get everything prepared.
So basically in my shoots when I come in, she had a questionnaire in the beginning which kind of told you, like, what don't you like, what do you want to hide? And for me, it's this area, because I do have saggy skin, and, I mean, it's pretty normal, everybody usually does. And then my stomach, I'm always bloated, as you can tell. I always kind of look pregnant, and I have kind of flab right here, so I usually try to hide this. For the sake of today, though, we're going to be doing this outfit first, and then I'll be changing into a different outfit and showing more of my stomach in different ways that we could pose.
Excellent. So I'll go ahead and actually, what the hell did I get on here? Jesus Christ. I swear to God. It's like something else. I find something else every goddamn day, man.
Just blame it on the cats.
It probably is the cats. All right, go ahead and sit on the stool, and we'll start with those. We're also going to be showing you how not to pose for her body type and what would the correct adjustments be. So she already kind of went over about lower stomach not really wanting to show. So the way that you're sitting now is very good because I can tell your posture is actually sitting up. Your shoulders are naturally back. One of the things too is when you're sitting there, if you relax your shoulders, you'll get more of a natural kind of essence of standing. Yes, it copied.
So this is how I usually sit, just like slumped. And obviously it brings everything forward and kind of mushes it all together. But she taught me to arch your back, and it kind of elongates. It's very nice.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is have you actually turn to the side. Yes. And then go ahead and have one of your, let's do your right leg and drop that one down. Right leg, that's right. I'm like, damn it, I woke up.
I'm so dyslexic.
Girl, you already know from working with me, but like, I'll be like, this arm, and it's the other arm.
Well, literally the other time, you were like, yeah, we'll figure it out together. Yeah. I'm like, this.
I mean, if we're over here doing, like, chicken wings and shit, it's just, whatever. We'll figure it out. So go ahead and point that one down, and then point your kind of toe, and just, like, let it kind of relax there. Yes. Arch your back up as much as you possibly can. Take that first loop that you have on your side here, and pull up on that. And then take that left arm, and grip the bottom of the stool, and arch up.
That helps.
Yes. Tilt your head up for me. Close your eyes, slightly breathe through your lips. Would help if I turned on my camera. I always leave it off so that it doesn't run out of battery.
It feels so weird while you're doing it.
Yeah, every time I get my photo taken, like, I know what it's going to look like. But I'm like, I'm just going to trust the process because I already fucking know this is weird.
And with posing, I also find that I'm not sucking in like this, so I'm not uncomfortable the whole time. When you arch your back, it kind of just sucks in already. So, like... It's
like a natural so that you're not ashamed of what's going on kind of thing. And actually, I also tell people, too, if you keep... When you're walking, have it in your conscious to kind of have your shoulders pushed back. So when you have your shoulders pushed back and you're naturally walking, you're elongating your back so that that structure is there. And over time, of you consciously remembering to do that, you're going to fix your posture. Yeah. Just like if you're sitting at the desk all the time, arch your back as you're sitting at that desk because it's going to inevitably help you.
That makes a lot of sense.
To heighten the way that you come across. And we're animals. We're very primal. Mm-hmm. So when you are slouched, you are seen as, I can intimidate you. Yep. Versus if you sit up straight and you have your shoulders pushed back, you're a little bit more challenging. So when you have that challenging appearance, then other people see that as confidence, and then it's portraying to other people, she knows what the fuck she's talking about kind of thing. Yeah, so it portrays into everything. Yep. The other one, let's go ahead and have you twist a little bit towards their way. Go ahead and spread your legs for me. Both hands in between. Yep. Lean forward. Tilt your head back and then arch your back as much as you can and look out towards the window.
I got little arms. Can I scoot this out a little more?
Yeah, totally.
My little tiny arms are not working.
I call them my little chicken wings.
Okay.
Oh, and another thing is boudoir does not have to be in lingerie. That's the one thing that I think we forgot to like.
Yeah.
Is I actually photograph people in whatever the fuck you're wearing, because your boudoir session is completely how you want to customize it and what you're comfortable in. So if that means that it's jeans and a t-shirt, it's jeans and a t-shirt, and we're gonna find some way to make you feel empowered in that sense. Boudoir actually translates, it's a French word, translates back to a woman's private area. So however you would hang out in your private area is how I would like to photograph you, kind of thing.
And this is actually her talking and explaining things. She's not just doing that for Facebook. My first session, she taught me so much stuff and she walks you through it, but it's not just do this, it's why you should do this. And it's very nice.
Inevitably, I want you to be able to go home and be able to replicate what you've learned, kind of thing too, because I'm always very big on just because you've had a session with me does not mean I'm out of your life, kind of thing. Yeah. I'm always like floating around your head, hanging out like, hey, you remember what I said?
And on social media too.
Yeah, my face is right there. So this one, go ahead and grip that stool, lean forward, and then slightly tilt your head out towards the window, and then tilt it up. The reason why I'm going to have her tilt her head up is so that she has a defined shape that we can work with. I think I explained it a little bit in my live the other day about the shadows that you get. So if you tilt your head up and then you see right here she's developing a shadow. So when I go to edit that, it's going to be more prominent that she has more of a defined jawline instead of everything just meshing into one. So it's just really elongating everything else. Go ahead and close your eyes and slightly breathe through your lips. And then this one, go ahead and keep the same structure there, except for take your hands into your hair and push it forward. And then tilt it up and look towards the window.
The window.
Yes.
Like, wait, key points.
And then
this is nice because I can see what I'm like looking like.
What you're looking at, yeah. And then I'm not really funny when I'm like trying to be funny on cue. So think of something funny that I said that was like, I don't know, wherever ago. And giggle.
Literally all the time.
I can never do it on cue though. That's why I'm just like, I
gotta fake laugh. Like
Yep. I'm not funny. So if I try to make you laugh, it's not gonna work.
You're not funny intentionally.
No,
funny.
I'm just like, whatever I come out of my mouth, I'm like, oh, that's fucking funny. That was funny, not me trying to be funny. The next one, let's go ahead and get you standing. And we will ditch the stool. I use the stool at first because this is a classic item that a lot of people have a stool in their house. So you're easy to replicate these. We'll ditch this. Alright, this one, let's go ahead and actually, this is one of my favorite photos that you haven't seen yet from you.
The mirror?
Yes. Well, you're next to the mirror, but it's actually you like this, and then your arms are stretched out.
You know what I thought the whole time you had me pose like that? Is on Friends, where they have that picture that they're trying to get rid of the lady coming out of the frame. Oh. That's literally what I think of every time.
It looks really cool though. I can't wait for you to actually like see the finished product of it because your hair was like down in front. But that's why I want them to see it because it is a bomb ass photo. And arch your back as much as you can. Perfect. And then the way that
it feels so weird.
The way that you would take this is to actually be directly in front of her. So if you're going to shoot this yourself, you wouldn't have to have your tripod right in front of you. And then I always do, what would that be? A 45 angle? I haven't been in geometry class in a while.
Me either. I didn't even do geometry.
I'm thinking 45 degree. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But
it's not an acute angle and it's not a 90-degree angle. So,
yeah, so I'm like,
there you go.
So basically, if she's right here, just backtrack this right here. Yes, I love this fucking pose with you. It legit is like one of my faves.
It just feels weird.
I know it feels weird, but oh my god, you look so fucking bomb in the photo. Go ahead and flip your hair up. And then this one, I'm going to have you put your hand in your hair and then go ahead and pull up on your jean. Yep, and then tilt your head towards the window.
This is also a nice thing, is she literally goes into the pose. So people like me, where things are written, I don't understand, but she'll just do it with you. So that's nice.
Yep, go ahead and, yep, I like that. Perfect. Arch your back as much as you can, and then go ahead and tilt your head slightly towards the window. Reason why I keep having her slightly tilt her head towards the window is because the light is coming from here, and I do not heavily edit anyone. So what happens then is I'm using the light to kind of bring so much attention and kind of create that flawless look, which is why you'll always want to work with natural light versus the beautiful lights that we buy in the store. Perfect. Bad bitch energy.
That's what I call boudoir face, is you just open your mouth a little bit.
Yep. Take a deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Touch it up just a little bit more for me. There you go. Go ahead and slightly breathe your lips. Deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. All right, and then there was actually some really good photos that I got of you in just your jeans, and it was your booty. So we're gonna go ahead and replicate those ones. I'm gonna have you get in front of the mirror, and I guess I should angle this so that they're gonna be able to see. So I'm gonna have her in front of the mirror. You're gonna arch down like this. When you have hips, obviously you have hips. I have mini hips. You wanna be your legs. When you don't have hips, you need to bring them together because that's where you're going to create more of a curvature to you. Versus when you already have those, you can use them to your advantage because they're already going to show when you're doing this. So you'll have your V and then put your hands in between here. I have reptar arms. So my arms, they don't extend all the way. So I call my little T-Rex arms, lupus. But put your hands right here. Yours are going to be straighter than mine, obviously. Arch your back as much as you can. And as soon as you arch your back, you can probably see my butt lift up. Yeah. Your butt will start to lift up, and that's actually going to create a more predominant, voluptuous booty.
Okay. I also want to say that I do feel comfortable doing these poses, and if I didn't, I feel comfortable enough to tell her, hey, I don't want to do this. So that's also a nice thing when you find a boudoir artist, to make sure that you're comfortable. So. Okay,
perfect. And then, yep.
Arch. I can't reach the floor.
Let's go ahead and then have you, if you can't reach the floor, let me see. So we're here, and we'll have you pull up on your sides here. Yep. And then just arch your head back for me. And then tilt it slightly towards the window. Perfect. Go ahead and slightly breathe your lips. Close your eyes for me. Beautiful. Keep your right hand right where it is. Take your left hand and put it in your hair. And check yourself out.
Like, I don't want crazy eyes.
Perfect. This one.
It's a workout.
Damn, I'm giving a fucking workout. This one, let's go ahead and actually have you sit your butt right here. And then kick your legs out so one is pointed, yes. And then slightly bring up your other one just a little bit. There you go. Arch your head up on here. And then let's go ahead and put...
My legs look long.
Let's go ahead and do your left hand pulling up your jeans. And then right hand right in your hair. And then as I'm taking the photo, slightly move your hair around. That way it looks like you're playing in it and you're having a good time chilling here. Like, you know, you have bad bitch energy.
Yes. Okay. I think I need to scoot back a little.
The floor is very slippery. This is the floor that was already finished. So it already had like super shine. This is the one when I record my videos and I'm sliding in here.
That's sense. Why.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh. It's an effortless slide because I just go, whee! Perfect. Go ahead and tilt your head towards the window. And then tuck in your chuck and wing just a little bit like this. Yep.
I always don't do that. I mean, the 2 times.
Oh, that one was fucking gorgeous.
I find it easier to move my hand.
Look right at me. Beautiful. Another thing is get eye level. Like, put your tripod on eye level. Reason being is because when you're eye level, then you're seeing all the structure of the face. When it's like, has to be tilted down just slightly and then eye level.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move into more scandalous. We'll start with the bed. Go ahead and we'll do sports bra and then your jeans still. And I'll move it over here. And then I'm going to have you just hop on the bed real quick. And I'll move the... Ooh, snap. My camera is so small now that I go to like literally chuck it across the room because I'm used to having a bigger camera.
So you throw it with more force than
yes,
you
and
do.
this one just goes, wee! I'm like,
That's
no!
nice. Just
I will
rolling down the
cry.
road.
This one, I'm gonna make sure that you're actually like in a good frame. Yes. All right, so I actually start off all my clients typically with this one, and it's just a very easy one to get everybody into because it kind of takes the pressure off of things. So I'm gonna have you place your head here, lay on your back, and kick your feet wherever the fuck they land.
Okay.
Perfect. The pillow said me too. So go ahead and point, bring up your right leg just a little bit.
Like this.
Yes, and then ballerina point your toes. Perfect. Arch up on your back as much as you possibly can. Yes, you already got your chicken wings going. Put as much pressure.
It's easier when you use your elbows.
Yes, I was
because
gonna say.
trying to use my shoulders, my boobs are really heavy, and it's like.
Yeah, see, I don't have that problem, but I understand.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put your all your weight on your elbows because it will help lift you up. And then tilt your head back as far as you possibly can.
Yeah, that's nice.
Are you okay if I fix your hair?
Yes, ma'am.
Just gonna fan it out a little bit. There we go. And then pro tip, whenever you are photographing someone and you need to touch them, you need to always ask permission. Regardless of how many times you've already previously asked permission, you still need consent to touch them.
Yeah, she didn't really touch me the last session. It was mostly like makeup brush, hair tools. But it is very nice that she does ask.
I actually learned that from my doctor because it stuck out to me really predominant that he always asks me, he goes, can I examine you? And I'm just like, that's why I'm here, homie.
Yeah, but
yes.
still, it's nice to ask.
Yeah, so
like, you know it's going to happen, but
it's also like one of the things too, like you want to do your lashes. How I'm like, here I come with the second one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the last thing I want you to do
I
is like,
thought that was a very good, like when she's doing your makeup and your eyes are closed, she explains what she's doing and when to open and when to close. Which I thought would be nice for like someone that was like blind, like you could walk them through the entire thing, and that's very nice.
Yeah, because I would never want someone to touch my face with my eyes closed because you're vulnerable, and that's
exactly.
me having as much.
And that was something I was worried about coming in here too. Is like, and like I obviously have glasses, so I go to the eye doctor appointment, and I was worried that it was gonna feel like you were trying to kiss me because like when the doctors do it, they get real close to your face and you feel them breathing. So I was scared that you were gonna do that. But, like, no, I don't know how you figured out the angle. She, like, goes over here instead of being in your face. And, I mean, the makeup looks beautiful, but I just think it's nice that you're not in my face.
Because I don't want, growing up, I always had teachers get in my face, and they had coffee breath. And
it's
like,
disgusting.
I don't want to smell that. Like, I know it's natural and shit, but I don't want to smell that.
Exactly.
So I always do the same thing. I'm like, I'll even breathe when I'm doing lashes. I breathe off to the side.
I do the same thing. When I'm doing other people's makeup, I hold my breath, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, even my family, I'm like, I don't want to breathe in your face.
Because, like, realistically, yes, we all know that all times of the day, our breath may not smell the best.
No.
But the last thing I want to do is, like, and run your face. It's gross.
It
I'm
is.
like, ugh. This is so
And then especially with COVID, I feel like a lot of people learned that their breath was terrible because they were breathing it in.
Man.
I was like, that is nice.
So the way that you're angled is perfect right now. Just arch your head back for me and then push up on your shoulders as much as you can. And then tilt your head all the way back for me and slightly angle it to the right. There you go. Go ahead and close your eyes. Slightly breathe through your lips. What's so funny is like you don't even realize how fucking badass you are.
It's funny to me.
This
I'm
one,
like trying not to laugh. That's hilarious.
because it's funny. Like I see well, of course, I already see you the way that I see you, and then I capture it. I'm like, damn, she doesn't fucking see this. So I know when you
right now, to me, it feels like I look like a rotisserie chicken. That's what I feel like right now.
So there's a pose called rotisserie chicken.
No.
Yes, there is, and that's actually what I was going to have you do next.
No.
Let's flip into that.
You have to.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
So the way that you do it, they always tell people when like. So another thing, if you're a photographer and you run out of poses, you have the client do a rotisserie chicken.
No.
And, yeah. So what
Rotisserie chicken.
you call it rotisserie chicken because one, it's funny as shit, and you're most likely going to laugh as you're rolling. But then two, because what does a rotisserie chicken do? It turns.
Yeah.
So it gives me a second to see your body naturally turn, and I can be like, holy shit, that's a banging ass angle I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah.
So it's a really good
smart.
way to do a freestyle and not have so much, tied up of, I don't know how to pose you or anything like that. Because that's the last thing you want to do to portray to somebody is,
I
I don't know how to pose
terrible.
you. Yeah. So you rotisserie chicken them until you learn their body and what works for them best. Yep. So go ahead and lay back down on your back. And I'm going to rotisserie chicken you. I'm going to have you turn towards the pillows. And when you turn towards the pillows, Take your right leg predominantly and bring that over to the side, because what I'm trying to get you to do is kind of like this with your body.
It's an animal stance. I'm not even kidding. Like this?
Yes, and keep kind of turning your top half with it. Yes. And then go ahead and actually put your hand in your back pocket.
Where is it? There it goes.
And then go ahead and rise up on your left shoulder.
Elbow or shoulder? Because you're pointing towards your elbow. Okay.
See, we'll figure it out.
Shoulder down here and the elbow here.
Yep, so that you're kind of propped up. Yes, and then tilt your head up for me. And arch your back as much as you possibly can. I'm primarily only going to be focusing on your booty because it's a really good kind of like close-up shot of what we casually do. Another thing that I like to photograph is the images that you don't get to see of yourself and how cool it actually looks.
For sure.
So like when you pose in front of the mirror and you have your hand in your back pocket and you're like, ooh, that looks nice. I'm going to capture that for you so you can see, I do have a nice booty.
I will say also, to the people, I took photos, like, I take a lot of selfies, and learning, like, about angles and lights, I just took the most fire Facebook profile picture. So, like, what you learn here could be taken with you other places. It's not just for Boudoir.
Yes. Education, wherever you go. Touch your head back just a little bit for me.
Like that? Or that?
There we go. And then close your eyes, slightly breathe your lips. And do a little giggle.
Do a little giggle.
Perfect. Go ahead and relax. Now, what you don't see from this angle of me photographing her until you're going to see the final result is that although you see this angle, when I am behind her this way, this actually all flows in so you can't see your stomach at all. So I know, like, while you're sitting there, you're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
I know. I'm like, my boobs are lopsided, everything's pushed to one side, I'm like...
But because I have you twisted in a certain angle, what it did is it twists your stomach, and I know it feels really weird.
It does.
But because when you're twisting, your boobs actually take place of what's going on down here and disguises everything. So then it just goes into the G-flow, and that's how you're able to see down.
That's nice.
Yeah. So many ways.
Chicken.
Our rotisserie chicken saved us. This one, I'm going to have you slide your booty off, and it will be left knee forward, right knee back, and then go ahead and just stretch into the bed and kind of allow your body just to give into the bed because that's going to help you get the most natural curve.
I'm like, that was not my knee. Like this?
Yes.
It feels like weird. I think I need to put back more because it's not arching. There it goes.
And then bring up your left leg just a little bit. Now, like, kind of slide it on the floor a little bit.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh.
That way, because what it was doing is when you elongate too much, it diminishes your booty.
That makes sense.
When you bring it up, it helps
like
to
when you're
create that
standing,
seat.
your butt's more flat than what it is when you're like squatting.
Yeah, because if you like, here, watch my butt. So as it's there, and then I start to elongate this one, that shape diminishes.
That makes sense. So like here?
Yep.
What am I supposed to do with my face?
Your face is actually not the center of attention.
Okay,
so. Perfection. Let's go ahead and get you back on the bed. And I'm going to have you do a V pose so that when we're on our knees,
like in the mirror?
Yeah, like how we did in the mirror, but I'm going to have you do it in the bed.
Okay.
And go ahead and spread out as much as you can and just sit right on your feet. Go ahead and cup underneath your boobs. So like, and pick the girls up. There you go.
I'm like funeral stance or like...
And then slightly lean forward.
Okay. And I wanted to give a little background. I don't usually I've never taken a nude. I've never done like sexy selfies or anything. So coming into this world, like it might look like I'm used to this kind of stuff, but it's just so effortless and so easy, especially when you're getting everything explained right out in front of you. My first session, I was a lot more shy. I was a lot less about the posing, but now it's like, I don't know, it's a nice environment, so.
You're like, I'm down for it. Go ahead and just slightly give into leaning forward, and I'm going to have you kind of peek over your right hand shoulder. Perfect. Tilt your head up just a little bit. Beautiful. ahead and look right at me. Girl, you got some killer ass eyes, dude.
Thank you. They change to gray sometimes, but it's not controllable.
And then I'm going to show you guys, because you're only seeing this angle, so I'll show you what the back of the camera looks like. That. And that.
Oh, that feels nice.
She's spicy.
Spicy? I don't mind this. That's nice.
And then this one, this is like my favorite pose that I do to empower myself, because I'm like,
Lord.
damn, bitch. Go ahead and sit on the edge of the bed. I actually do it a lot in videos, and that's why I speak about it.
Is it
heavily.
like this one where you like put your leg
Yes,
out?
it's me putting my legs out, because it elongates everything, and it makes me like, damn, bitch, okay, I see you.
I watch a lot of her TikToks and her Facebook videos, and honestly, that helped me majorly when I came in for the session, because I kind of already knew she does use a lot of the same like poses, based off. I mean, I scrolled for years, so I mean, I've seen the same pose over and over, but. She does use different poses, but it's good to look and get that base idea of what your photographer poses people like.
Yes. So go ahead and take left foot first. Yes. And then right foot back here. Arch up on your back as much as you can, and then grip right here on your front and actually scoop it up and pull it. Yep. When I wear my jeans, it's what I do.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, hi girl. But it helps to everything kind of just flow in the photo. And again, like, already from the side, I can see it's fucking working, and I'll show you.
I can physically feel this, and like, it doesn't feel tight. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels
It feels more comfortable and more like, okay, this is it.
I don't know how to like.
Because when I get my heart bloat and shit's just like kind of hanging there, when I stand up and elongate myself, it makes me feel a lot more, like just, I have air.
Yeah.
Versus when I'm like just
It
kind
doesn't,
of,
I don't know. It
feel
just
good.
feels like my stomach's more firm, whereas like usually like this, I feel like my stomach's so jiggly, but when you go like this.
I also feel more powerful when I'm sitting like this too,
Yeah.
which is another reason why I always photograph myself like that, because I'm like, I need my power moves. And then I'm going to have you kind of just look right at yourself in the mirror.
I can't see myself, but okay.
I can see you. Tilt your head up just slightly, and then go ahead and point on your toes.
I'm like sliding off the bed 1 second.
And then go ahead and keep your left hand there, right hand in your hair, and then kind of like play with it, and just twirl it around a little bit. I'll be able to capture it as long as you're not going like woo 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 woo.
Like this?
Yes,
And
that
like
is beautiful.
this. Okay.
Look right at me.
It
Perfect.
feels so weird while you do it. Like I'm looking at a camera, just playing with my hair.
That's why whenever they do those commercials where they're doing hair wash and stuff, and they're like,
Yeah.
hair, like when we grow, I'm like, I know you had to feel awkward as shit.
I do that in the shower.
I do.
I'm like,
Dude, when I was a little kid, I was like,
same. Dude, I used to dance like that in my bedroom. My mom walked in one time and I was like trying to grind, and she laughed at me because it was so bad. Like normally parents would be like, "What are you doing?" No, my mom would laugh.
So,
Terrible.
funny thing about me when I started dancing, I was like, this is legit. My audition was me going up to the pole and
No,
I swear to God, I wish I could have recorded it. Dude, like, I guess the guy that never tipped anybody came up and tipped me $20.
No.
And he goes, you're hired. I was like,
That's
Tits.
hilarious.
yeah. And, so the first ever dance that I had to give, I have no idea how to dance back then. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so this is what we're going to do.
Do we do the robot?
I went to a very ghetto high school, and that's the only thing that saved my life is because
Yeah.
I was so used to watching other people twerk and shit
Yeah.
that I, like, figured it out. And then
I
I'm
would
so
be like
self-conscious.
a cheesy stripper movie. That would be me.
I am
couldn't.
so self-conscious back then that when everybody started coming up to me like, how'd you learn how to dance like that? I'm like, are you making fun of me?
Yeah. Like, oh, please
But
don't
they were being
dance.
serious. I'm like, oh, so I did it right? Tits.
That's awesome.
Let's go ahead and we're going to do some underwear and bra. That way we can kind of show proper posing versus non-proper posing.
Okay.
And then you can just go ahead and step off camera.
I'm like,
I was like, you might not be. I'll be the
I'm not
in-betweener
really
for a
comfortable
minute.
doing it over there, but.
No, my first ever time dancing was fucking hilarious. I still to this day. That's why they will hire anybody.
Don't tell me that. After I see
I
these
told you,
photos, I'm
you
gonna be like.
I'm telling you, you would make more money than I fucking did.
I told my husband that. I'm like, I really don't think so, but okay.
I promise. If they love women that are confident within themselves and they know that when you walk into the club, it's typically, you see all different kinds of bodies for sure. Mm-hmm. But you don't see a lot of plus size for sure. And when you do, those girls, like, the ones that I worked with, they killed it. Yeah. I'm like, killed it. There was one girl, though, that she astounded me because she didn't necessarily, like, she had smaller body than I did. And girl made more money than me, too. I'm like,
yeah, like, what am I doing? Yeah, that's insane.
So it really is purely just confidence. That's why it tricked my brain. I was like, it has to be confidence, so I need to fire my ass up.
I was thinking, like, earlier, because I was watching, there was, like, one TikTok that was, like, if you're confident about anything, you can do it. Like, and I watched people walk into, like, movie theaters pretending like they're just going somewhere. Yep. And they didn't. Nobody asked questions. Like, what? Mm-hmm.
I actually developed, one of my things that I actually recommend for all my clients, like business coaching and everything, if you have anxiety or you suffer with, trying to take up space, when you are in a store, do not move out of anybody's way. You run them down.
That makes sense.
And the reason being is because you are allowed to take up space. If they don't move out of your way, it's because they weren't paying attention and they didn't look into your energy kind of thing. So I've knocked people clear on their ass. And it's usually men. Yeah. It is always men.
Yeah, I mean, I can see, I've been to the grocery store.
And now it's to the point that, like, because I walk with my shoulders up. I don't like
when people come up behind you and they'll reach up behind you to grab something. That takes me off. Like, you cannot.
I am as sweet as can be, but as soon as you come in my derriere, I'm like, excuse me. And you will see my, like, sweet just
see, I'm trying to learn how to do that. I can't.
No, because I worked really, really hard to get my confidence up to this point. I'll be damned if some random ass stranger just knocks it down. So I'm like, you got me fucked up. I'm taking up space, too. You can say, excuse me. Yeah. I don't know how you were raised, but this is the proper way to go in somebody's bubble.
Exactly.
I even had to school a fucking 80-year-old the other day because I legit was in front of the goddamn aisle. And this one, I'm like, I'm not even shitting you, was reaching for the product. Yeah. And she comes in front of me. Like, there is no room to come in front of me. And I'm like,
I don't understand how people are comfortable doing that.
I don't either.
Like, you don't know what people are, like, so there's bed bugs, there's COVID, there's this,
so
there's
many
that.
Things.
Why?
I was like, is this really happening to me right now?
I'm like, that's insane.
I looked at her and was like, excuse me. Got myself and walked away. I'm like, what the fuck? People they're odd. Maybe I'm just like a person that likes to stay in my house a little bit too much ever since my terminal illness and COVID hit that I was like, fuck people.
But people also don't have boundaries anymore.
No, they don't. It's fucking
unfortunately.
Weird. Let's go ahead and we'll get you sitting down first, and I'm kind of going to replicate the posing that we already have done. That way they can see now that you have, your full body is kind of exposed to a point of what your body would look like improper versus proper. Okay. So improper would obviously be the way that you're sitting right now because we're not posed. We're just kind of chilling out there sitting. But you already I noticed you naturally start to do this.
Yeah, it's nice. Even just sitting at home, it's just like...
When I'm office working, I have to remind myself to sit up. And if I get tired...
I slouch all the time. That is just me. That's my posture. Yeah. So since being here, I've been trying to correct it, but yeah, it's hard. When I was in 6th grade, I broke my back and had to be in a back brace for a while. So you kind of like learn to just deal with the uncomfortableness of needing to sit up. That's terrible.
Yeah, I've had some wild fucking experiences.
It sounds like it. I'm like, I've met you twice, and I'm like, dang.
Dang. It's been a rodeo. So go ahead, and I'm actually going to have you turn to the side the way that you were. And then go ahead and point up on your right toe. Yes. And then arch up as much as you possibly can. And then let's actually have you... Do you feel comfortable with your lower half the way it is, or do you want me to hide it a little bit more?
I would like to do a couple just how it is, just so we can, like, show it. Okay. And then if we could show with it pulled up how it looks.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and have you elongate your back for me, so arch it. And I'm going to have you act like you're going to pull down your bra straps and have them like this. And then that will help you arch your back a little bit more, too. And then tilt your head down.
Down?
Or back.
Oh, I'm like, you're up. What are you...
I know. This is why I show as I'm talking, too. So I never know what the fuck I'm saying. Go ahead and arch it back, and then I'm going to have you keep your head just like that. And the way that your eyes were naturally falling is fucking beautiful.
Like that?
Yeah, perfect. Slightly breathe through your lips. Arch your shoulders back just a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful. Perfection. This one we'll go ahead and have you lift up on the sides. Do you want it more in the front that you're lifting up or on the sides? On the
I
sides
would like
will give you more curves.
On the sides will give me more curves. Can I look and see, like, in the camera what it looks like? Okay.
So if you want to, are you able to see yourself in the mirror?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I see myself in the camera.
Oh, that too.
So.
That works. Go ahead and pull up. If you're going to pull up in the front, you'll pull up like right about here.
Here.
And then you'll arch back.
Okay.
So when you're doing it, because we want to disguise that you're actually pulling up your underwear, so pull up here and then tuck your chicken wings right where your panty line is. Yep.
Like that?
And then arch up as much as you possibly can.
It's like a jungle gym.
Girl, yes. What'd you fire?
Just boudoir face.
It's like
it is. It's like blah, blah.
I need
All right,
to figure
now
out
what
how
about the sides?
Sides, go ahead and pull up right here. Make sure you duck those chicken wings back.
Okay.
Because the last thing you want is wee out here.
That's like a country, like, I'm a line dance.
Yeah. Arch up, and then I'm actually going to have you look out that way. This one. Perfect. Beautiful.
I'm like alternating eyes closed, eyes open. Because I'm like so used to you saying open, close, open, close. So I'm like,
Because sometimes if somebody's not relaxing their face enough, I just have them keep their eyes closed.
Yeah.
Because if you're nervous, it's gonna show when you open your face because you're gonna be looking up. You're gonna be like, ugh.
That's why I was like scared. You're like, look at the camera. I'm like, deer in headlights. What do you mean? Like, how do you want me to look?
That's why I always like when you're first getting into it. I have now look at me because your first reaction is to slowly open your eyes because you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, like how close are you to me? Yeah. Like what's going on? Yeah.
As you're slowly opening your eyes instead of that looking surprised because you're slowly opening them, it creates that flirtatious look.
That's nice. Okay.
So that's one of the things like I use to not have to coach people through that kind of thing.
That's nice. That's smart.
This one I'm gonna have you. We did not do this one at all during our session. I'm gonna actually have you get on the bed like this. Because this is a pose that a lot of people struggle with, of the stomach hanging, but I'm going to show you how it's not going to actually show like people think it does. So again, your arms will be straight, mine are not. Straight up, arch your back as much as you possibly can, and then once you get into that, I'm going to have you slide down like this.
I also told her for this that I'm comfortable doing any poses, then if I'm not, I will let her know. So like she's not forcing me into posing. I told her if we could do anything. I said I wanted to show off the plus size body and how she models it. Because like at home I don't get good pictures or anything. So whatever she's showing me I'm comfortable with. I just want to let everybody know.
Use a triangle because that distributes your weight enough for you, and it also helps you get into, as you're going down, you'll naturally give into your elbows. That will help you go up. Awesome. One of my dancing tricks.
It feels so weird though. I'm like, it looks normal when you do it, but when I do it, I'm like, it feels...
That is also because I'm showing you moves that I did for like literal years as a dancer.
I could just imagine like the poles back there and you're just like...
I was a very entertaining person.
I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, so... And like...
So on your
go
knees,
together.
So you'll be on your knees are spread apart. So start off like this, and I'll walk through it with you. You have your little triangle, plant your arms down, and then slide out so that your butt stays up and it's arching. Perfect. And then go ahead and kind of give your head, flip your hair over to the right hand side. Beautiful. And then kind of just give into looking down. There you go. Tilt your head slightly to the right. There you go. And then slightly breathe through your lips. Close your eyes.
It's so hard not to laugh because I don't take myself seriously.
Girl, I don't never take anything serious. Life is too just like fucked up to take anything serious. Go ahead and have a break.
It's literally like yoga doing this stuff.
Sexy yoga.
Sexy yoga, like literally. You could feel it. Like you could feel it in your arms and like when you're like stretching. I think it feels nice, but like
So one of the things is when you are in this position, from the side, you may think that your belly is hanging down, and that's obviously not what she would want to see. So that's why I don't think you could really see it. I went behind her, and then we were able to capture that. So that it's more flattering, but the pose will still work for you. Just have to worry about different angles for what you want to see versus what you don't want to see. Are you comfortable with using the sheet to kind of show what the sheet would do?
Yes. Yeah.
In that perspective. So we'll go ahead and you can just pull up on the sheet.
And if I'm cutting you off too much, you keep explaining, but I've seen so many poses and stuff with the sheet, so I'm like, eh.
You're good.
I'm like, I already know what.
It helps me catch up on my breathing too, because if you can tell, it's a workout.
Yeah, you're literally like jumping on the bed, jumping on the floor, walking around here.
That's also why I push out a lot of the sessions to my associates now, and it's more or less if you have a private session, I take you, but if it's one of our like projects, my associates have to do a lot of schoolwork now, because I'm just like, oh my god,
it is a lot.
Yeah, especially with like trying to like relearn how to breathe again, and they're switching my medications because I explained in my live about like not being able to eat for the last week.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But my doctor's been trying to call me, and I'm just like, homie, I'm just gonna start titrating down. I was like, this medicine's horrible. It's making me feel like shit. Yeah. I actually feel super nauseous right now, but it's not as bad as it was the other.
Have you tried the ginger?
Yes, I tried ginger last night, and it helped minutely, but not. I was still by the toilet.
Have you ever smelled rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
They say that helps.
For real?
Yeah, and like people like.
I want to go smell some right now.
I'm not even kidding. EMTs use it when they go into like a death scene where it smells terrible.
Oh, that's so smart.
And they also put the Vaseline for sickness. I forget what it's called. Vicks Vapor Rub. They also put that in. But yeah.
I feel like so weird hugging.
It does feel weird. I did it the other night.
That does work. That's fucking insane.
Isn't it weird? I'm like, can I keep a little like beauty pad of it by my bed so that way?
Because I mean, my nausea was minute. It's been fluctuating today, but like it was minute when I like just said it to you. But that took it away.
Isn't that weird?
That's insane.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
I wish I would have knew that last night. I was like,
sorry.
By the toilet.
I look for such weird things because like I get nauseous all the time. I have bloating. I have this. I have that. And also, if you have really bad stomach cramps, if you can handle pickles, vinegar, and mustard. I had leg cramps, and I get really bad cramps the day before my period. I eat pickles and take pickle juice, gone. And it's weird, but yeah, they say it's the vinegar in each one of those products.
How much sodium is in pickle juice?
I don't know. I take like a tablespoon. It's not.
Oh, it's not that much?
It's not that much. You don't have to drink like the whole jar, like literally a tablespoon of it.
Okay, because I have to watch my sodium intake because I'm on a healthy heart diet.
Yeah, see, I don't know too much about that, but it's mustard. You could even do vinegar. I don't know if there's a lot of salt in vinegar. Mustard, vinegar, or pickle juice, but that's what it is the main ingredient in all three.
Can I
is
just
the
eat
vinegar.
a pickle?
That's what, yeah, you can eat a pickle. That's what I do.
That's like my cheat is to eat a pickle. In my fridge, I keep those peppuccinos things.
I like the snaps, the O-Snaps pickles. Oh my god, they always have a crunch.
I like the little ones.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Or the spear ones. I will order a sandwich just to get the fucking pickle.
Yep. But you can't put it, do not put it, I don't, so those kind I like, but the big pickles, when they like give you the spear of it, and they put it too close to the sandwich, it gets warm, it gets all mushy, it's disgusting. Yeah, I can't. No. On sandwiches, it's different, but...
I have texture issues, man.
Me too.
This one, I'm going to do like kind of that slight, what I was explaining yesterday about just like kind of grazing over you, but it's there, but it's just slightly there.
Like kind of like...
Yes, just like that. Because one of the things too is you can use...
Do we want to be like holding it like this, or do
if you want to hold it, you can. It kind of goes to what you would find preferable.
I feel like something like this isn't...
That is, so if I was going to like hand custom do everything, I would actually cup it underneath your boob, on your right hand side. Yeah, so cup it underneath your boob. That way we actually see the structure of your boob. And then I would take it up here and allow it to flow. Keep it all the way, like, are you okay if I just...
Yes. I'm like, I'm not going to understand, man.
So go ahead and take it all the way up here. That way we can see the structure of your body.
Okay.
But your stomach isn't exposed to where you don't want to see, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you know that you're...
See, I thought it would have to be, the sheet would have to be so thick that it would cover...
You can just do exactly where you want it to hide and then pull up, because what it's also going to do is when I have you pull up on that, it's going to lift your boob up too. And it's going to help all the structure of it. Yep. And then go ahead and bring your left leg up just a little bit. Kind of cross it over on this leg. No, like that. No, bend it. This way. And now let it fall. There you go.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
You'll get it eventually. And then go ahead and bring this one all the way up.
This one?
Yes. And then point your toes. Let's go ahead and let's have this one come back just a little bit. There we go.
And then this one.
Girl, you moved both of them when I'm only
ma'am, okay? This is how I am as a person. You can call my mom. I've been the same.
Go ahead and bring this one up just a little bit. There we go. And then kind of bring this one down. Yep. And then bring up your bend just a little bit more.
Bend?
Your bend.
Bend.
Yes. There you go.
Like, bend. Where's the bend?
You'll get it eventually. Go ahead and pull up that sheet more towards the top of your breast. And then allow your underwear to kind of come through. Because we want to make sure that, yes, just like that. And then I'm going to have you kind of graze yourself right here so it looks like, oh, I'm lifting it up so you can see kind of thing.
Okay, like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Tilt your head up for me.
And this is how it goes with, like, I literally don't know what I'm talking about. You can see that she's not, like, screaming at me or anything. She's like, dude, get it together.
One of the things, too, is when people are so nervous, they start going, like, they'll start moving different body types. So
yeah.
Wait, one thing at a time. We'll get there.
I don't know. I thought my legs were stuck together, I guess, and just, whoop.
I'm excited for you to see this pose because I know exactly where I'm going.
About it. I'm like,
I love it. I fucking love it. I hope you love it, but I love it. All right, go ahead and tilt your head up for me. Perfect. Slightly breathe your lips. Go ahead and close your eyes for me. Spicy.
I can't keep a good face when you just say something. I'm like,
That's part of it, though, too. Sometimes I want to catch those giggles. Beautiful.
well, I'd be laughing the entire time if that happens.
Perfect. And this one actually stays just like that. Put your hand back in here. Arch your back up as much as you possibly can. Beautiful.
I feel like I see this on, like, magazine covers.
Yes. A lot of posing is just dancing. And when you think about it, when someone goes like this, they're elongating their body.
Oh, did you watch the video, the flowers video from Miley Cyrus?
Yeah.
The way she was, like, exercising and everything, I'm like, that's a pose. That's a pose. And I'm like, that's weird.
A lot of
It's just
times
weird how much you notice after.
If I can't get someone to open up, I'll be like, all right, girl, I guess I'm going to dance for you. And then I'll literally just one leg over, and then you caress yourself, and you're in a pose.
Yeah.
So, and then that, you kind of already worked everything out.
Yeah. I like the fluid motion a lot because it's not... Because then I'm thinking about moving my hand versus my face and this and what this looks like.
You can get a lot of fluid movement when you're just having someone go like this and kind of spinning.
Yeah.
Except for the only problem with that one is because as soon as we close our eyes and we're like this, we start going wobbly.
Yeah.
Because there's a pose.
Yeah, you did the other day. The other day you had
pose
the
of this one.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody.
I'm like falling. I'm like.
Everybody's first reaction is, whoa. I'm like, don't worry. Everybody does it. I will get it very fast. Just stay still for a second.
You did. But I'm like, I'm falling.
This one, we're going to do the power pose, but with the sheet. So you'll be sitting right in front of me. Let's put you like, go ahead and put your butt right here and then let your legs hang off. Sheet in between your legs. And this one, you're actually going to have your legs spread open and have them pointed up as on like ballerina. Arch your back as much as you can. And then go ahead and take the sheet and we'll do...
Do you want shiny side out?
Yes, shiny side always. It will help actually. The reason why I use satin sheets, or a lot of photographers will use satin sheets, is you see how reflective it is off of the light. So as soon as it's next to her skin, it's going to amplify that light right next to her.
That makes sense. Look at this.
It's a natural height thing of like a highlighter. Think of it like that.
Literally. I like it if you pull it away from and then pull it out. That's cool. Okay.
Go ahead and actually kind of tuck it on this side and bring it up to your face. And then put this one down by here so it looks like you're like, oh, you can see me, but you can't. And then go ahead and slide this leg over just a little. Perfect. And then go ahead and kind of just give into like you were like, oh, this is so nice and soft. Beautiful.
Does my chicken wing need to be in more?
No, it's not.
I'm like,
I would totally tell you. Tilt your head up just a little bit for me. Beautiful. Perfection. All right, this one I'm just going to do a round of what would not be flattering that I see people always posing. not cool. Because we got a shit.
I did want to say something about the sheet.
Yeah.
So I do find with the sheet, I do feel a lot more relaxed while I'm posing. So that's another thing. I've seen a lot of people comment on some posts saying like they don't want to hide their body or anything. I think a sheet's a great thing to start out with, to show what you like showcasing. Like, because I wanted to showcase certain things and you had me do that. But I think this is a nice thing for shy people.
Yes.
Not just to cover the body, but for shy people to break out and be like, okay, well now I want to show a little boob, or now I want to show. I feel like that's great.
Because you don't always have to be exposed too. A sheet is beautiful for if you want to do nude.
I used to wrap myself as sheets and walk around like it was a Golden Globes.
Me too. So like when I tell you, I am very big on listen to your inner child and everything that she wanted to do. My inner child loved fucking dresses and loved sparkly shit and loved putting on a goddamn show. And then look what I do on TikTok. I'm like,
honestly, I still have my dress up clothes, like my cheerleading outfit and everything. Yeah, and my little cousins will come over and we'll try them all on and everything.
I used to take a sheet and would tie it on and be like,
dude, I'd fold it like this over my boobs and be like, I'm so cool.
Yeah.
And just walk around
and
like that.
I would pick it up on the side and be like, strutting my little shit. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I always say, play dress up. We never got out of playing dress up.
No,
like,
I still do. My husband.
If I see a pretty dress, I'm like, mine.
Dude, I will literally get home from Walmart or wherever I'm buying clothes, and I'll put them on for my husband and be like, ooh, how does this look?
Yeah, fashion show. All right, so I'm gonna have you get on the bed. One of the poses that I despise that I see a lot of photographers do to people, and it irks me. And it's just because they're new, so I'm trying to give you guys advice of don't do this to your clients. Go ahead and get on the bed, and you're going to be really just sitting like this. Don't straighten anything.
It's hard now.
And I know.
I think we should start out with this.
Don't straighten anything and just take the sheet and go like this.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen people do that. I'm just like,
I've seen it. You're gonna make me all nitpicky. Now I'm not gonna be able to enjoy content. Just like, that's not the way to do it.
That's not what you would say to do. Well, because then it makes you look frumpy, and then you don't feel good because you feel frumpy.
And I don't even like this being over my leg like that. Like,
yeah, it's
for me, modeling would be like this, but like for what I know you're trying to do.
Yeah, and they're like, they always just have them go.
It's just not.
It's not.
And it's not.
So the way to correct that
it's
immediately.
It's not. And it's not.
It would be to have her arch her back, and you're gonna see how naturally, like, whoop,
I'm like, is this where I do it?
everything comes up. And then as soon as you would have her, as soon as she already did it, and when she elongated herself, you'll notice her chin comes up too, and it's already starting to strengthen everything.
Can I do it from the side?
Yeah.
So they could.
Yeah.
So like this is the normal, and then when she had me arch my back, it did this. So like this versus this.
Yeah, everything is really just angles. There's absolutely nothing wrong with your body. You just need to learn how angles would work for you. Obviously, you're the only person that's going to be able to accurately depict that. Me, I do not like headshot faces of me because I feel like it just flushes out my whole entire neck. So you'll always see that any photo I take of myself is angled to the side and slightly up, or if I'm like down around, smaller people, then my head is tilted down and this way. And that way I have an angle to my face. So realistically, it's not your body. It's just you need to learn how to appropriately pose your body. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. We all look like we're just walking meat sacks.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's why it frustrates me when people are so wrapped up in their image. Like, I get it because that's how our society is. Hell, like, I think the only way I escaped not having that mindset is because I was completely told that, like, I didn't have a body.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well, I know if you're talking to me, you must actually genuinely want to talk to me. But I didn't know how attractive I was to other people.
See, I've struggled with body dysmorphia. So I used to be about your size, and then like I stopped birth control to get pregnant, and then it was like, ooh. So like when I became plus size, I didn't know what to do with my body, and the general public hates plus size people, like for whatever reason. And I'd be walking around stores and stuff, and feeling like everybody's looking at me because I'm bigger. But it's just like, I don't know. This experience changed a lot. I don't want to keep going and saying that, but like now I just feel like I can take up room. I don't know. I'm not gonna cry.
You're good.
Good cry.
I know when I first started gaining weight, this is actually, I think I'm only 10 pounds away from the heaviest I've ever been. But that was weird for me because I was 108 for all like my
Well,
high
and
school
then you
years.
don't know how to style yourself either.
No.
And that was a big problem I was running into. I actually had to join TikTok because of that. Like, I don't know what looks good on my body because I've never had this body.
Yes.
So it's just insane.
And it's a very large learning curve. Actually, it was very comical to me. When I did start gaining weight, I was a 0 curvy. What the fuck is that? I swear to God,
that's
man.
like not a thing. 0 curvy.
I was like, what? But it's true. If I go and like put on brand new jeans from number 2 or whatever, I'm like, so I'm into it, and it's because I actually do have larger hips than what a small person of my size typically has.
That's insane.
So my ass is like.
Well, I know there's some. I'm so short, and I know that there's some people that are tall. I could not imagine walking into a store and buying a pair of jeans and them not sagging on the floor by my feet, like. And then, like, taller people buying a pair of jeans and they go, like, here, when they're supposed to be normal. But, like I said, they 2 times clothing instead of, oh, well, tall people aren't going to have, like, that shorter, like instead of actually making it for different body types.
Have it made.
I know.
It's literally fucking to a T what they need. I don't know why they haven't switched. It literally is just a
And they don't have T-shirts that say, like, good vibes and stuff. Like, you can find the cutest T-shirt you pull it out and it's, like, good vibes with some weird
or happy
smiley.
day.
Exactly. And it's, like, so cute. And then you're like, no.
I don't want to go around saying happy day.
No.
Yeah. But when I first started gaining weight, the one thing that was actually really, and we'll wrap up on this because I know you had mentioned that wanting to show this perspective. When I looked down, I couldn't see my vagina anymore.
Your vagina never.
I was like, where'd it go? I had to like look over.
Like, it's hard to believe people can. I'm like, even when I was littler, I always had a bloat, so I've never been able to just look down and see my vagina.
I've always had a bloat, but it wasn't as predominant as it is now. So when it started to actually disappear, I was like,
dude, I will say when I gained weight, shaving my legs sucked. Because, like, as gaining weight, I can't see the back of my leg as much, and it's terrible.
So with my PAH, if I lean down, I can't breathe.
Really?
So so my ass would have to lift things up and like stretching. Because
my husband shaves my legs if I need him to.
When I was going through my spurt, I was by myself. I was figuring it the fuck out. But yeah, it was. At one point, I was like, "Listen, y'all are gonna have to deal with what you get. I don't care."
Yeah, that's insane.
Being admitted and all that other stuff, I was like, "It is what it is." Which now they laugh because I'm always the person that comes in admitted, and my everything is always done and polished. Yeah. Because I already knew that my ass was gonna be here. Yep. So I went to the nail salon and got my feet done because I know I'm probably going to be in here for like a good week.
I mean, when I get admitted to the hospital, I just go and have a good dinner before I go because I know they're not going to be feeding me.
I will order DoorDash every single time.
Yeah, they won't. I was always NPO. Like, I wasn't allowed to eat. So.
I'm on a healthy heart diet, and hopefully to God you were never admitted on that. Because they give you the driest fucking chicken.
Dude, I had chicken broth. That was it. Just chicken or beef broth every day.
And then you can't have desserts when you have a sodium restriction because you don't realize how much sodium is in desserts. Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's a shitty thing. So what we're going to wrap up on is actually showing you the perspective of how we see each other, kind of like, our perspective of when we look down what we see. Because it goes into a different perspective of being able to see how somebody else sees their body, because it's not like you would actually go up to somebody and be like, so how do you look at it? Kind of thing. So this will give you a different perception of it. Mine, when I look down, is literally, I'm just going to lift my phone off of here. So this is my perception of things. And I don't think that you're really going to be able to have a really good true definition because I'm wearing black today, so like everything flows. But that would be my view. And I'll have you do yours.
And then this is my view. So when I look down, I literally just see, obviously, my breast, but I see my stomach. I don't see my legs, nothing. So, like, a lot of people are like, I don't understand how you cannot feel beautiful, you look beautiful, but you're looking at me from a third-person view, whereas I'm looking at myself, I'm looking down, that's what I see. So I seen that drawn on Facebook before, but never actually a picture of it. So
you should actually probably do it sitting down, too, because I know mine gets worse when I sit down.
Yep.
And it elongates. So I'll just grab it for you because I'm wearing black. But this is how much actually just sits there. And to you, it may not be much, but to the individual experiencing it, we have different realities and different perceptions of what we are accustomed to, which may not be like my fancy kind of thing.
Okay, and then here's me just sitting down, which obviously you can see my thighs, my stomach. That's basically what I see, but is there a way to flip the camera?
I think.
Because even in this mirror, I look better than what I look like. I just kind of wanted to...
There you
go. Okay. So then you can see in the mirror that I look better than what I look like just facing down. This is what I see. But yeah.
Different realities, different perceptions. I'm a person that likes variables, and I like statistics a lot. So when I go over variables, I'm like, I don't think y'all realize how many fucking variables there are. Just think about it this way. Think of how many people are in this world. like Google it. I think it's like 8.4 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
That is how many different perceptions of reality are out there. So even think about the crackhead down the street that you don't know. It's true.
She's like, just think about the crackhead.
You don't know what he's thinking.
Poor little
And
Jerry.
you're like, damn, he's a crackhead, so he must be off his rocker. Everybody's off their fucking rocker.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I don't know anybody that's normal.
And what is normal in that perception, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody has a different perspective, different reality, different thing that they're struggling with. So hopefully this helped you. And if you have recommendations for other posing, list them below or whatever, on whatever video or whatever. Just be nice. Don't be rude. I don't like rude people. It's wrong. You guys.